Hello friends, welcome back to my video. Here's what we got this week that's pretty fun. These are all just humorous reviews of products found online.
Mostly from Amazon.
Let's go. Why do they say for her? I'm a dude. I think a pretty classic manly one too. I carry a knife. I don't wear skinny anything. Good job. I own road flares and paper maps. And guess what? I dig a good candle in the wintry north. I don't get why candles are almost exclusively marketed to women. What do you mean Valentine's Day gift for her? This is a gift from me to me, and me is a he, and he has a hairy chest upon which many a beard have been spilled.
Poetry.
Seriously, when it's freezing cold and the sun is hibernating, there's nothing like a good warm glow that eliminates my natural odor of fartin' balls. The candles are even burning, very long lasting, and have a pleasant but not too foo-foo smell. I'll take it. What if I like fartin' balls? Review for The Wolf of Wall Street. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I know. Say what you want. 1 star. Beware. Not a nature documentary. I figured with the title, it was a documentary about how urbanization is affecting wildlife.
But no.
It's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat. What is not to love, I ask you? 1 star. We left because they didn't have any Italian breed.
Sorry, bread.
The staff were rude and they'd throw bottles at my son. Luckily for me, my aunt died. She left money for my kid. I took my children's money and played roulette with it. I was down all but a small amount. I won it all back and broke even. It was a better night than when my kid was born. Helpful. Sweet, beautiful silence. I've had a cricket somewhere in my kitchen for weeks. I have searched high and low for it. For a while, I thought it was my fridge making sounds. Was it? I'm not sure. I was losing my sanity. Sometimes it happened during the day or at night. Sometimes it would stop when I would come in and then start when I left. Once I heard the chirping and it metastasized in the back of my mind. It's all I could hear. I couldn't sleep. It was just the chirping of the cricket. Always. Endlessly. The first night with this trap out, there were no results and I thought I was doomed. This is my life now. Nothing could rid me of this troublesome cricket. The only thing left is to burn this house to ashes. Then, on the second night, I'm sitting at home and what do I hear? Nothing. Nothing at all. Beautiful, blissful silence. I dug out the trap and what do I find? The one singular cricket. He looked at me as if to say, "Father, is it over?" And I softly replied, "No king lives forever, my son," and chucked his ass in the trash. Is melodramatic to say a $5 insect trap changed my life? I'm not sure, but it did. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Beds should look like beds. I ordered this when I was drunk because I thought it was a giant ice cream sandwich.
I don't blame you.
The food is burned and I found a hair in my food. I asked for no rice and she puts rice in it. I found out 6 months later her and her daughter was sleeping with my husband. They also pretend that they don't speak English, but they do. A lot of them do. This person ordered a 55-gallon drum of lube. 4 stars, almost too effective.
Uh-oh.
As UPS discreetly unloaded my 55-gallon drum, the driver accidentally spilled it into my driveway. Any amount of cars can now fit into the garage.
Yeah, they can.
It's a trap! Not only does this beanbag completely consume you and keep you stuck in comfortable bliss all day, but there was another consequence we encountered. This beanbag
traps farts.
My husband sits here, farting for hours, and the farts are absorbed into the beanbag, and you don't smell them again until you later sit down on the beanbag and the fumes are released. Pros, super comfortable. Cons, super comfortable.
Traps farts.
Is it bear-proof?
Nothing is bear-proof.
I've seen nuclear bunkers with better decor than this box of a school. I'd rather be taught in a coffin. 1 star. Didn't let my friend in because he was ugly.
That's what you get.
Service was awful. Food was great. Many items were not available. The service was so bad it was actually entertaining. Response from the owner. Hey Todd, go kill yourself. Why don't you try opening your own place during COVID era? Why don't you come and be a great server? There's plenty of people wanting to work now, huh? I hope people like you don't come back to my restaurant because you only care for yourself and not what others are going through. Have a nice life. Great English breakfast, fish and chips, and a must visit for a taste of the American offerings too. Thank you for coming in. We look forward to your next visit. That was a review for a great clips. These saved my relationship. My girlfriend and I were on the verge of breaking up because I was constantly tracking mud into the apartment and ruining the floors. Not anymore! The traction on these boots is so strong that I'm able to walk up the walls. The floors are clean and her nagging has stopped. Now all we fight about is her crippling alcoholism and my unhealthy obsession with Anna Kendrick. Customer questions. Are they noisy? Do you hear the feathers moving when your head is on the pillow? No, the geese used are dead. I bought this as a present to my now ex-wife. It turns out she had an affair with my grandmother. She left me and took the dog. Now all I have left is my $160,000 vinyl press and depression. Would have been 3 stars if I could cut 12-inch records.
I get it.
What can you say about scissors? A lot. They're scissors. You put one blade on either side of something you wish to cut, squeeze the handles together, and it cuts. Super sharp, too. They cut almost as precisely as my father's comments about my career path. Owner said I needed to lose some weight. Fatty! Use this for my 3-year-old's juice. That's a hamster bottle. Whenever she's thirsty, she walks up to it. She's 37 inches tall, so I mounted the bottle 30 inches high. She loves the turtle inside. The keys to stopping the drip is tilting the bottle back about 10 degrees. That's it. Great for active kids. Ever heard of it? If I could give this place no stars, I would. Food was awful. I had the General Tossed chicken, and the meat tasted rotten. I just wasted my money. Thanks. Whatever you do not fill up a super big gulp cup with 5-hour energy and chug the whole thing. My heart is either stopped completely or is beating so fast that I can't feel my own pulse. Cons. I haven't slept in 72 hours. I can't feel my face. I peed this morning and I'm pretty sure it was 99% blood. Pros. I've deep cleaned my entire apartment. I can read minds. Super big gulp cup equals 44 ounces. 5-hour energy equals 2 ounces. That means I drank 22 5-hour energies in less than 2 minutes. 22 times 5 is 110 hours of energy. God help me! Massage is pretty good, but the funny part was the lady farted 4 times during the massage and never acknowledged it.
Kinda gross.
Delivery time stated between 45 to 60 minutes, but it was delivered within 25 minutes. This was a bit of an inconvenience as I was balls deep in the wife at the time. 2 stars. Too much pain. That's a toilet brush. Causes too much pain and agony. Don't know why this is so popular nowadays.
I'm just gonna use toilet paper.
Burnt food, missing items, an extra 4 pounds on top after minimum 25-pound order, and 5 pound for delivery. In total, 34 pound for some dried, re-warmed up food. And response very disappointed. Are you killing me? You are 8 miles away. Placed order 2 minutes before we close. Tried to ring you to cancel your order, but the number you left was invalid. And you paid already. So all that push us have to work longer for you. That is fine. We accept it. But the following happening is the open, which really making us mad. After 15 minutes knocking, awake an old lady, 12:30 a.m., excuse me, 12:30 in the bloody snow night. We knew the bloody address you left. I see your mom's address, which is another 2 miles away off you. By the time driver finished was 1 a.m. Anyway, I'm still quite happy to see you left this shit review, which means our driver did not kill you. Water not get. Update, got my water, and he's good. I'm gonna take a second to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. It's me! Our clothing company, Heat Death Baby! We've got a drop coming up in February. I will release the date next video, but please do me a huge favor and go to heatdeath.co. Sign up for the mailing list. When you're on the mailing list, you get early access to all the items when they go up for sale because they do sell out really quick, plus a little discount code. We're doing a breast cancer drop in February to support Susie's breast cancer, and we just love boobs. It's gonna be really cute, and buying from Heat Death is the best way to support this channel. I print all of this merch in our garage, and we pack it up and send you a little thank you love letter, and it helps us buy a food and boobs. For everyone in the return process right now, if your email has not been answered to, the one that we sent the big chain email talking about returns, you should get an answer sometime this week. We're filing everything away in the new system, but don't worry, if you responded, we got it. And if you need any support on an order you haven't gotten support for yet, you can always email hello@heatdeath.co. But yes, please go to heatdeath.co, sign up for the mailing list. I love you. Back to the awful. Order these now. Can I just say that I will be reordering them in every color? Here is me rolling and sliding down a mountain because I was too scared to get up. My leggings did not rip, not even a little bit, and I got stuck on rocks and trees. That is actually a
Great review.
Absolutely disgusted with the service I received from service advisor Tracy. I came in for an oil change, and without saying a word, she kicked my tooth. She kicked my 2-year-old across the room. Horrible service. Amazing thing. My husband opened the package while I was out. He couldn't figure out what it was.
He thought it was a cat harness.
It's heavy. I sometimes receive documents in larger than your average letter size that are clearly labeled "Do Not Bend." My mailman seems to be either lazy or incompetent or both, and instead of leaving these documents on my doorstep or porch, because this would require getting out of the car, he bends and folds them, then stuffs them into my mailbox anyway. This often will crease important documents or photos. So, whenever this happens, I log on to Amazon and order a 50-pound bag of play sand. While it doesn't decrease my documents, it makes me feel a lot better watching him deliver it. Overall, great experience. My son had killed his abusive father, and Robbie threatened both me and my son. I have no idea what this place was.
I'm sorry.
I spent $50 to feed my family. I did not get the nuggets, so I came back and asked them nicely if they could give me my nuggets. She did not apologize. Then when they gave me my nuggets, there was only 9. I told her there was only 9 nuggets, and she said, "Somebody gave this bitch another nugget, then toss them at me. We'll never go here again." I'm gonna guess Wendy's on that. I don't know why Wendy's has the one near me sucks. They can't take credit cards, and it's been like that for months. They're like, yeah, we're still just cash only. There's only ever one guy working there. Maybe he just like took over and abandoned Wendy's.
I wonder if you can do that.
This river gave me PTSD every time I think about water. People are 75% water, which makes me lose my mind literally all the time, and my entire family died. That was a review for the Colorado River. I saw a rat whilst eating here. That's called a mirror. Can you replace the spray when you run out? If you run out of pepper spray, you need to move to a different neighborhood. Not original, fake, poor product quality, poor service by seller, delivery time below expectation. 5 stars. Earplug. Works fine. I cannot hear my wife. The graphics are bad. The gameplay is laggy, even on a 3GB RAM phone, and there are a lot of ads. Please fix these. And the review from the studio is, fuck you. It works. My teeth are so white, they've started taking other people's land. All right, this review is long, but I think it's worth it. This is another review from that 55-gallon drum of lube, and the guy had fun with it. 4 stars. Slide back into the game. I knew getting back into the dating game would be a challenge after being out of it for over 5 years. When I was released from Joliet, I had to learn all the new things the dating crowd was trying. I knew about scented candles and Luther Vandross CDs, and sure was glad to hear people still use them, but I had no idea that lube was so popular with the romantics out there.
You didn't?
When did you go to jail? Like 1840? All it took was one stroll through the Walgreens personal hygiene aisle to prove I had to learn a new thing. Where to start, I wondered. I wanted something simple. However, all I saw in the stores were lubricants that were flavored with cinnamon and paprika or designed to somehow heat your private parts. No way, Jose! I experienced the heat thing personally once after an adventurous incident with a toaster. I'll stick with room temperature from now on. Thank you very much.
This guy fucked his toaster.
Luckily, I found a plain, old-fashioned lubricant that would not make me smell like a dessert topping. And it came in this huge tub. No more awkward late-night Walgreens runs for me once I could get my hands on this lubricant bin. Now, I admit the price tag was hefty, but after selling the old Pontiac Sunfire and borrowing some cash from Aunt Gladys, I was ready to place my order. Why is that in quotes? Are you ready or not?
Here you come.
The product only took a week to arrive and got to my apartment just in time for my first real date since the gas station incident. Again, I do not like the quotes he's using. Putting quotes around date makes me think he's gonna eat her. You can bet I was nervous for this one. When I got off the bus to meet Carla in front of the Chili's, I just about had a heart attack. The only thing keeping me calm was knowing that I could not possibly run out of lube that night. I gave Carla a reassuring nod and smile, as if to say, "Don't worry, Carla, I have plenty of lubricant for later." The dinner was great, and after knocking back a couple of mojo mango margaritas, we were ready to head back to my apartment. I winked and told Carla, "Let's slip on out of here,"
Oh, God.
to see if she understood the lubricant lingo. I think she did. Throughout the bus ride back, I grinned and hummed Luther Vandross tunes to set the mood. When we got to my place, I already had a candle burning. It was by Glade, which I think you pronounce like the singer Sade, because it is an exotic candle that smells just like real pine. After we got comfortable, I asked Carla if she could help me with the lube. She looked at me weird, and I couldn't tell if it was because she thought it was too soon or because I was pushing a mechanical lift to get the drum barrel out of the storage closet. So I took the initiative, as women like men to do, and rolled the barrel out into the living room. Ready to tap the keg? I joked, and by keg, I meant 55-gallon barrel of personal lubricant. She looked at me all shocked and said, "That's it, I'm out of here." I asked why. since she didn't need to run to Walgreens for more lubricant. There was plenty right here, but she didn't answer and got up to leave anyway. Then, as Carla was about to pass me and the barrel, she tripped on my dog Poochie and fell right into the lube barrel. The force of the impact down the barrel and knocked its lid off, sending 55 gallons of water-based lubricant across my faux hardwood floors. Carla was completely drenched, and her momentum slid her to the front door, which she somehow managed to pry open with a pair of oven mitts. The last thing I knew, no fun Carla was screaming profanities and sliding down 3 flights of steps. I didn't pay much attention because I was too busy trying to salvage the lube. I managed to get about half of it back into the barrel. The other half probably seeped into Mrs. Pulaski's unit below me. I never bothered to ask if she appreciated the free gift of lubricant. Anyway, despite my user error, I was quite pleased with the product. These days, it's hard to find 55 gallons of scent-free water-based lubricant.
Tell me about it.
And you can find it right here at a discount rate. I had to give it only 4 stars because it didn't come with a lifting apparatus. I had to buy my own mechanical lift separately to haul the bin to my future dates. Again, awful quotes. So if you're ready for fun, slide on down to a high-quality product at a bargain price. I would have given it 5 regardless. And that's it for this video. I hope you didn't like it. Please do me a huge favor. Go to heatdeath.co and sign up for the mailing list. Heat Death is our clothing company that me and Susie run, and we are going to have a drop in the very beginning of February. I will announce the date of the drop next week, but signing up for the mailing list guarantees that you know when the drop is and gets you early access, plus a discount code. It's the best way to support this channel, and we're doing a breast cancer drop to support Susie and breast cancer research. So your support would be very appreciated. Please go to heatdeath.co, sign up. I love you so much. I respond to every comment I get, so please leave one. I hope everyone's doing well. It is the worst part of the year. It has been freezing for days. Could not leave the house. Super cool. Had to drip all the faucets. Pretty sure one of them exploded, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. I don't know when that is. Subscribe or don't. Thanks.
All is strange and vague.
Are we dead?
Or is this Ohio?